Hey everyone, my name's Taylor. I'm here at the Wildwood Antique Mall in Wildwood. We'll be doing our Facebook Live. I believe it's our first one of the year, first one in a little while. So before we begin, I want to mention that starting this month, actually, we have new hours here. We're open Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. to 8 p.m., Saturday 9 to 6, and Sunday we're open 11 to 6, so there's a lot more time to come in and see the store. We'll be checking out one aisle today. We're at the front of the store, the first aisle to the right, but there's going to be a lot more to see, so we definitely encourage you to come in for yourself. We're going to start in this booth here, booth PGW, and every booth you're going to see today is going to have its own unique style. There's always going to be something different to see. So this is booth PGW, and I'll mention the dealer codes of each booth every time I go into it, so you'll know where we're at, and you can come in the store, say I saw booth PGW, I'm interested in a certain item from there. We can definitely point you in the right direction. And if you do have any questions about any items you see today in this booth or any, feel free to leave a comment in the section below, and we'll get back to you with an answer, whether it's a question about a price or anything about a certain item. We can certainly help you out with that. So we're going to kind of be going back and forth. On the right here we have booth BFE. BFE, and as you can see already, it's a much different style than the first booth that we're in. That's because each booth is its own individual dealer. So you're going to see quite a bit of different styles today. We're going to jump across the aisle here in booth KJ. If you saw some of our previous videos, we actually interviewed her and talking about her booth, and we'll be doing more of those type of videos in the future as well. This is booth KJ. And there are new dealers bringing in items all the time, so there's always going to be something different every time you come in. And this video is going to be maybe 10-15 minutes or so, not nearly enough time to see the entire store, and we're kind of going fairly quickly through some of these booths. Like for example, you could spend 10-15 minutes looking at a lot of the items in here if this is something you're interested in, all these vintage purses, jewelry. You got your tea set right there. There's always going to be something different. There's booth KJ. Let me jump across the aisle here. Booth B13, a lot of books. I know this is a popular booth to look in if you're interested in some reading material. Booth B13. Here we have booth DLC6. DLC6, and again, looks very different than the last one. There's a lot to see here. So let's take a look at a couple of these shelves. You never know what you might find here at Wildwood Antique Mall. Rare finds every day here. This is booth DLC6. We have booth WAM. We have booth WAM here, WAM. This is pretty interesting here. Large column. Where would you find something like that normally? This is the type of thing that you'll see at Wildwood Antique Mall, just a lot of different antique vintage items like that, a lot of collectibles as well. On the left here we have booth B23. B23, and anyone who just tuned in, we are going down the first aisle to the right when you first enter the store. That's the booth we're going to be looking at today. We look at different booths every week we do these videos, so be sure to check back next week for another section of the mall. How about this old heater? That's a real antique piece right there. Radiant Fire. I don't even know how that works. Just across the aisle here we have booth 1520. 1520. Definitely encourage you to come in for yourself as well, but make sure to like our page and invite your friends to like our page as well, because we post new content all the time. We'll post a lot of new arrivals, which is almost every day there's something new coming in here. And I know we had some folks come in and they collected salt and pepper shakers. This would definitely be a booth to check out here. They have a lot of a good variety here. A lot of different salt and pepper shakers. And that's booth 1520. How about this train decanter? This is cool. This is unique. I just saw this now. I'm sure that comes right off, but that's very cool. Some of these decanters as well. just some of those rare items that you wouldn't find. This is Norwegian, and my Norwegian's rusty, but something so good. I'd have to look that one up. Maybe it's Swedish. They're all very similar. Here we have booth MJS, and this is a dealer that's been here for some time, but she just moved up to the front row here. Booth MJS, and I know we've seen her in previous videos. Booth MJS, and a lot of these booths, we will post individual videos on our Instagram, which is at Wham Wildwood, W-A-M Wildwood. So if you're on Instagram or Twitter, the code is the same, at Wham Wildwood, so be sure to follow us on there. Here we have booth W60. W60 got some kitchen items here. And I know, let me open this up here. Well, there's some stuff in the way there. Pyrex is always a very popular item. So if that's something you're looking for, booth W60 would definitely be a booth to check out. And this is MJS's second booth. Really nice pieces right here. This Nortaki Rosemont China, 84 pieces, service for 12. That's really well set up here in this booth, and if that's something you're looking for hosting parties, MJS would be a good booth to check out. I like her teacup set as well. I know my mom, who's probably watching this, has bought some from MJS as well before. That's booth MJS. We can jump across the aisle here to booth 25, and as you can see already, it's a very different booth. A couple things that I thought was entertaining is this old payphone. This basically is an antique now. You don't see too many of those anymore. Another thing in this booth that I really liked, it has a lot of primitive tools and stuff, but some of these vintage Ford tools, which with I don't know if you can quite see it on the video there, the Ford logo right there on that. I thought that was very unique. And I know we've had some people come in, and it might not be something you expect to see at an antique mall, but a lot of primitive tools here in booth 25. Here we have booth EDHK. They have a lot of nice furniture here in this booth. I really like this dresser here. Really well done. There's a very nice piece of antique furniture there. Same with this glass door hutch here. This is booth EDHK. We're going to jump across the aisle here again. We have booth Z001. Z001. And again, if there's anything you see in this video that you're interested in, maybe we don't get the price for it, you can't quite tell, you can post a comment in the section below, say I saw this in booth Z001 or in booth EDHK, wherever it might be, and you're curious about the price or want another picture of it, we can certainly help you out with that. And here on the left we have booth B120. Booth B120. And again, we did just extend our hours. For anyone who's just tuning in, we are open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 8 p.m., Saturday 9 to 6, and Sunday 11 to 6, so there's a lot of time to come in and see the entire store, but definitely give yourself a couple hours when you come in because there's a lot to see. Here you've got booth DW61. These are very popular items, so if you're interested in some of these antique vintage windows, DW61 would be a booth to check out. I like the old bottle collection as well. I'll let you take a look back there. And how about this this flamingo planter? This is an item that I feel like is not going to be here for very long. So again, if you see anything that you're interested in this video, definitely encourage you to come in sooner rather than later, because someone else may be interested in the same item and it may be gone by the time you come in. Now we're in booth EDHK. This is their second booth that we've seen today. Booth EDHK. Really nice furniture in this booth as well. And again, our video today is only going to be maybe 10-15 minutes. Definitely encourage you to come in for yourself and see everything, because we're going to be going through these booths fairly quickly. To see everything, you'll have to spend quite a bit more time. Got a couple booths left. We have booth B128, and as you can see, they just have a ton of stuff on the shelf. We could spend most of the video even just looking at the shelf and talking about these items. There's a lot to see in here. Booth B128. A lot of really nice pieces in this booth. Just a good amount of jewelry here, and I'll let you take a step in and take a look closer at that case there. That case is just full of really nice jewelry, and look at some of the vases even on top of the case. You might not notice them when you're just walking into this booth, but there's a lot to see. This is booth B128. And this booth is on the corner as we get up to the side here of the booth of the store. So right now we're in the right corner of the booth of the store, booth LBC. This is the last booth we're going to see today. And again, as you can see, very different than the last couple booths we looked at. Every booth has its own unique style, and that's half of the fun of the store, is seeing what you might be interested in, finding different things like that. Like, how about that piece of furniture there? That's just very unique as well. And that's booth LBC. And we'll be doing these videos plenty in the future. And remember, we are open now Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 8 p.m., Saturday 9 to 6, and Sunday 11 to 6. And make sure to follow us on Instagram and Twitter as well, at Wham Wildwood, WAM Wildwood. So until next week, thanks for watching.